website. Wanted to just make a quick additional video. As I mentioned, doing a part 2. So for just a general idea, let's see. You have your queries, which is your keywords, and then you have your actual pages themselves, which show you the respective pages, where they're ranking, and more so really where how many clicks they have, how many impressions. An impression is going to be anytime a end user searches for a keyword and your website comes within their viewport, so within their screen or on their screen from up, down, left, and right, anywhere within the frame. That's whether you click or not is irrelevant. It's gonna be an impression for that website, and then of course if you click, then that you'll show up in the clicks. So right now, in the last 3 months, there's been 4,400 clicks roughly for Paradise Performance, and then let's show you a full picture here. It's gonna look kind of pretty familiar, at least to me it does, of the first example I was showing you. Bear with me, I'm gonna remove these for now. So vast difference in click-through rate, and I'm gonna show you why that is. But first, let me just jump into this. So you see that same 2 to 3 month window. Now this is a little different than I would say your situation. This is going to be a fresh website, and the previous one I showed you, even though I came on board, while they already had a website, or after, with a current website, there was a ton of optimization. I mean, I might as well have had to redo their whole site. I mean, I basically did from the back end perspective, and with not only with meta tags, with the title, the meta description, meta title, but the page schema, as well as the entire structure of their headings, their body text. All of it was absolutely awful. I mean, but the site looked great. I mean, looked like a very beautiful site. Just the developer, or I should say the designer, because most developers know how to structure your headings and your body text. Now, for you though, your site is actually pretty well. It's vastly better than the previous example, the Powder Solutions website I'm referencing, and then Wayne's website, his was different but the same, and in the sense of, I say different because his website was well structured, but he was very, very constricted in terms of what he could do because of it being on the dealer management system. They basically want you to upgrade to get to a higher monthly plan in order just to get what basic website features and access that you really need in order to have a good chance of being on the front page for your industry keywords. So we scrapped it. We just made a whole new website off of the dealer management system, and that's that 2 to 3 month climb right there that you see. Now, this click-through rate, why is it so low? It is low because at any point, if you can get semi-related traffic to the website, even though it's semi-related to what our campaign was for, so being for European Auto Repair Dallas was our target, mine and Wayne's, and in order to continually increase our odds of ranking up, part of that is website traffic. So what I do and what I will do also on your site is I'm going to find long tail keywords through just deep dives on research on the available tools online, both on Google's native tools and third-party tools. And so some of which were for Paradise Performance were going to be the Porsche PSM failure. That is just like the long tail keyword right there itself. Chop off the guide part. I remember this, all of these by memory. Now the rest of these are verbatim. So fix VW EPC light. That's like a common warning light that comes on in Volkswagens. Porsche Cayenne lifespan, common long tail keyword. Believe it or not, up to 1,000 searches a month. All of these, and actually, I'm sorry, this one had up to 10,000 searches a month, and then these were both up to 1,000 searches a month. It was in that 100 to 1K tier. This one as well, or actually, I'm sorry, this one was in the 10 to 100 searches a month, so on and so forth. So the reason that's part of the reason the click through rate is so low, because people are getting making impressions on these pages and aren't necessarily clicking on them, and then there's those are just the top three, right? So there's plenty more of those. This it's not a concerning number in this case. Now in like a Google ad, that would be absolutely very, very concerning number, but thankfully it's not the case. And then so this is also going to show us our pages, how many pages the website has that Google is aware of. Now, don't get me wrong, there can be pages that are in existence that Google is not aware of, but you're not going to see them on here. Let's see. Alright, so that doesn't look right. Hold on. There's not 3,700 pages. Hold on. Actually, you know what? I guess there is, because this kind of is in relation. That just doesn't seem right. I don't know. Let's just come back to that number. Normally, this is going to be a different number. So right now, there's 71 pages Google has indexed for search for end users that are searching for any keywords in particular. In general, 71 pages could possibly come up. Any one of these 71 pages could come up, and then so you can see your indexed pages here. Breadcrumbs are going to be what tells. So in an orthodox website structure, you have breadcrumbs. As a developer, you'll have breadcrumbs that basically lead to other pages. You're leaving breadcrumbs like, come on, like for like a mouse, right? Like a mice. With how they like cheese, so or little crumbs. So you're leaving crumbs for Google's crawler. It's page crawler, to basically leave a trail so it can find other pages. So this, my computer's moving slow, so I'll spare you. But this is a good indicator of pages. Like once we click this, it would say, give us a number for however many breadcrumbs are on the site, and then also where the most recent breadcrumbs are found. And if you see a page on there, it's indicative that it's going to be indexed soon, if not already. And then here's links, which is going to be your backlinks that a page that your website has. Now, not all backlinks show on here. It doesn't mean that they're not having an impact, like contrary to like the pages that are indexed, for example. If the page if it doesn't show in the count, that means it's not having an impact. But for the backlinks, that's not necessarily the case. I know it seems counterintuitive, but that's just from everything I've seen, and also everything that I know of. So this is going to be 487 backlinks, and then out of those, this is going to be the unique backlinks in terms of unique to how many backlinks are coming from each particular site that mentions yours, right? And then what are they saying about us? So this is what we like to see. Our target keyword is in the top 5 of the anchors that are pointing towards our site. And then why is this showing up? This is a conversation for another day, but it is a little bit of an insider secret, but I'll let you into it here shortly, okay? And then so internal links. This is a healthy number of internal linking. You want 7 to 20 internal links, I would say, on any given page. That's counting your menu, your footer, and any other anchors within the body of that page. Hopefully I guess this is nearly a full training, but I know I started off saying this is just a brief insight or view into it, but